Hi everybody, welcome to Paper Wishes Weekly Webisodes. I'm Lene Gehrig, and today I am really excited to bring you just a really adorable collection. It's called The Circle of Love Connection, and it's from our friends at Stamperia. I can't wait to show you the projects that we have, so come play with us. So I can't wait to show you what's in this collection. First off, I want to show you these wonderful chipboard die cuts. This one is the flower chipboard set, and there are, let me see how many down. There are 72, did I get this right? 73 pieces in the flower one, and then the little cute dog and kitty set, there are 42 pieces. Okay, there's also some greetings and things in there. And then on the paper pad, this is 8 by 8. It's double-sided, except for the back cover. That would be the inside is patterned and the front cover is patterned. And then you've got 8 double-sided papers. So sweet. I love the foliage and the alphabet, and the little rain boots are just, oh, I love those. And look at the little kitties and the containers and that little dog. So cute. Oops, I missed one. There we go. All right, and then we've also got collection of rice paper and stencils. So this is the rose stencil. This one here is the textured branches. This one is the bouquet and dog rice paper, and this is the floral rice paper. So before we start here, I want to show you this first card. Yeah, well, let's start with the first card. So for this first one, this is a 5 by 6.5 inch card, and I cut the blue wood paper just a little bit smaller than the card, and then I did a little tearing with the rice paper, the floral rice paper. A good way to tear that is to use a little bit of water. We like to use the little water pen for that, and you can just do a little bit of water down here, and it gives you a nice line, sort of a trail to go with. And it's okay if you use too much because it'll dry perfectly. It won't damage the rice paper at all. Okay, and you've got your little trail here. I still like to just use my fingertips to get that controlled tear. And it gives you this really nice feathered edge. There you go. Pretty. All right, so what else have we got? So did a little rectangle of the torn rice paper, and then did some more paper tearing here with this great sort of watercolor pink. And then I added a little paper doily. These are little 4-inch paper doilies, and I think there's 25 in a pack. These are everything's available at Paper Wishes. And then when I stacked my little chipboard pieces, I glued the first one of the little container with flowers, and then under the dog I put a little piece of foam tape so that it wouldn't go downhill like this. It's pretty even on there. I added some little tiny words and phrases, dazzle stickers, little chipboard bow, little chipboard butterfly, and then I just added a little bit of pink or magenta baker's twine, just wrapped that around the card. Okay, and that was just a nice little easy bow. I like to tie the ends of my baker's twine because they can come unraveled because it is just a braid. Right, so let's take a look at, oops, here we go, a stenciling technique. So for this one, I used the rose stencil, here we go, on a slimline card. So that is 8.5 inches by 3.5 inches. And what I did with this is I took the stencil, here we go, and I just sprayed on one side a little pixie spray. This is a light tack repositional adhesive. And this is lovely because it just keeps everything secure and you are good to go. So there we go. I'm going to use my craft mat. Now, as you can see on this, I'm going to do the stenciling technique, and then I added a little bit of pink paper from the paper pack. And then I just layered some of those chipboard pieces, and between the layers, I added a little foam tape once again to even that out, and then just tied a little jute twine bow and just tucked that under there. And then this right here is a script greeting dazzle sticker. that you can get. And you can find all of these products in the drop-down menu below the video at paperwishes.com. And they're there, everything, all the items. And so for the colors that I used here, I used Prism ink pads, and this is Jelly Bean, Purple Violet, and Arctic Mist. And then of course I'm going to use my little blender brushes. Oh, I left one somewhere. So I want to start off with my largest flower here, and I use the Arctic Mist for that. And then just in circular motion, like that. And then I'm going to do all of those colors at the same time. So I'm going to go ahead and just randomly kind of spot color. Trying to make it, really the only rule of thumb here is I'm trying to make it so that I don't have two of the Arctic Mist roses next to each other. Oops. All right, let's see. Now I'm going to put this by this one so I know that's the color that I used. I'm going to do a little bit of Purple Violet. And okay if one color kind of nestles up against the other color. I think that's a kind of a cool little blending technique. Here we go. That. Let's get a little bit more over on this end. Right. And now we're going to do the little Jelly Bean pink. Same. Oops. Here. And we're just going to keep adding that color, that, filling in those spaces. Like that. All right. As you can see, I'm not going to do the whole thing. When you lift that up, see this great background, really easy to do. And then when I was adding things to that, since it's a little busy to add the chipboard directly to it, I went ahead and added that little strip of pink paper to kind of give it a little bit of a resting place. All right, so got one more technique to show you here. Always clean your brushes before you move on. Who wants a big purple splotch on their next project when they're trying to color it blue, right? Okay. So for the next one, oh, and then I should mention to clean my stencil, same thing. Just want to clean that off just like that. I like to do both sides. There we go. All right. So for my next project, I wanted to show you, use this on the rice paper, to use it on some chipboard. So I've got here my 8-inch scalloped oval chipboard and my 7 1/4 oval chipboard for background. And use the textured branches and also the little bouquet and dog rice paper. And so for this, what you want to do is start off with your oval right here. I like to make a little mix of water and glue. I use a little bit of Cosmic Shimmer Specialist Acrylic Glue. Just squeeze that right out of my craft mat and basically add about 1 part, 3 parts glue, 1 part water, just to make a nice little slurry of that, and paint it on with a paintbrush or a foam brush. Use your fingers to just apply that. Get a nice heavy coat right here, and then just take that rice paper and just lay it down. Now what's great about this is the rice paper is translucent, so you can kind of see where it is that you want to lay it on the oval, because you'll see the edges of the oval. So for this one, I really wanted to get that whole little doggy in there. It didn't bother me so much that the flowers were going off of the edge, okay? And then that left me a nice space over here to do a little bit of stenciling. So I just went ahead and added this. Now this, because you're dealing with the rice paper, you don't necessarily have to put the reposition spray on it. It might be a little too tacky for the rice paper. you know, maybe go over it with a cloth a little bit so it's not, doesn't want to tear. That rice paper is super fragile. I didn't end up using that at all. I just went ahead and laid this down, and then I used my blending brushes again, and then I used Blue Lagoon and just went ahead and added a little bit of color right there. And then I did the same here. Just took my stencil here, went around the corner, went around the edge about an inch, 3/4 of an inch to an inch around, repositioned it on this side as well, so that when you lay this on here, that's what you're going to see in the back. So let's put some glue on this, get this all glued down. Go. That's centered with the top and the bottom so that you're not wonky. All right, and then I used my little floral chipboard pieces. Here we go, and I wanted to show you, I'm going to open up this package, all the great little pieces that you get with this. As I said, there are 73 pieces in here, and they're just gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous cardfocals for scrapbooking. Beautiful. And then, so I'm going to take one of these pieces, nice big piece, and I've got the same kind of pink flower right there, and then I'm going to take a little bit of ribbon. This is a turquoise, teal and aqua actually ribbon set. So I'm going to use that, but I'm going to kind of tuck that right under there, or I could just glue it right there. And then I've got another little piece here. We're going to make that into a hanger on the back. Do that first. As you can see, I recycled this. I started off with the green and the yellow, and I didn't like it, so I went and switched to a different color. There we go. So that can be drying on our craft mat while we're doing this. We've got our little piece right there. We're going to take our little bow right here, and I think we'll glue that right there. And that's just got to connect just a minute. Then I've got this little smile die cut here, and this is from 9 Little Words cutting die from hot off the press, and you can find that in our drop down menu below the video. While I glue this on, I'll just talk to you about the features under our video here. So yeah, directly at our on our webisode page rather, you'll find a gallery below our video, and you'll also find a drop-down menu with all of the products used here. And then we've got a money saver that's on the right-hand side of the screen with a big photo. It says money saver. You can find products there at a discount when you bundle them. And if you're watching us on YouTube, then directly below the video in the description box, you'll find a link to our webisode page. And if you click on that, it'll take you to our webisode page at paperwishes.com, where you will find everything I just mentioned and all the links. And consider giving us a thumbs up if you liked my video, and subscribe, because we do 3 to 5 videos a week and you don't want to miss anything. Thanks for joining me today, and I'll see you next time.